Apologies, I'm very sweaty. I'm in the middle of my workout here. And I just thought I'd check in, first of all, and say, sending happy, healthy thoughts to all of you out there. Hope you're staying entertained and having a good time and finding ways to be creative and happy and healthy in this crazy time that we're all living in. I do have to say I'm loving the online community that I've seen. You know, everybody's really encouraging each other and bonding together and sharing in this weird experience that we're all having. And I'm so grateful that we live in an age where that's possible. So kudos to all of you for keeping the morale up out there. I'm just listening through some of my old playlists on Spotify and going, you know what would be really fun? What's one thing that all of us have done at some point in our lives, or like me, may or may not do still on a regular basis, is have a dance party in their house. And the one thing about a dance party is you have to have a good playlist, right? So I'm thinking, hey Ben, you too, would you guys be interested if I put together a playlist for a dance party? And it's something that at any point, hey Keegan, hey Ashton, at any point, if you guys want to have a dance party, even get on, Google Chat or some other form of video chat with your friends and have a little dance party. How fun would that be? Or even just by yourself in your room while you're cleaning your house, while you're working out at home, while you're doing any of these things that we're all doing to keep ourselves entertained. It might be nice to have a little, entertainment along the way and dance your way through. But I need suggestions, So I've got some Hamilton on there already. I've got some good old Whitney Houston. I've got some Panic at the Disco. I've got a little bit of some Glee tracks on there. I'm trying to think what else I put out. Some good country tracks because, hey Maya, some country tracks because that's who I am as a human being. But let me know what you think. Send in your suggestions, send in your comments. I've got some good 80s rock on there because when I'm working out, I know that's always a go-to for me. But let me know what gets your blood pumping, what gets your heart racing, and what makes you want to dance. Send me a tweet, send me a DM. Yes, Kim Petras. I am so glad somebody mentioned Kim Petras. Anything she does is a bop, and I'm all about it. There's definitely a couple of Kim Petras already on the playlist, so I got you. But what are your favorite songs to listen to? Oh, of course. Oh, it's Beyonce. I'm sure I have at least one Beyonce track on there, but thank you, Maya. See, this is one reason why we're friends, because you always keep me on track with those things. Let me see, what else? Heart to Break You, Eminem. Eminem is already on there, for show. What else? I've got some really, really good suggestions here. Give it to me, guys. Rhythm as a Dancer. Oh, nice. AC/DC Thunderstruck. Already on there. Courtesy of Matthew Daddario. Let me see what else. Yes. Hayley Williams. There's definitely some Paramore on there. Shawn Mendes. Check. Queen, of course. But, that's something that I love to do. And actually, I may or may not have had a dance party in my house yesterday. Because I needed a break from cleaning and reorganizing and going through things. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a dance party. Because it boosts your endorphins and makes you happy. Gets your blood pumping. It's fitness in its own fun way. I am so silly because I have workout brain right now, so I apologize for the rambling. But also, what's going on? I'm also procrastinating a little bit on my workout. So I need you guys to help me procrastinate for a few minutes. And let's answer some questions. How are you feeling? How are you doing? What are you doing to keep yourself entertained? Little Mix, that's a great call. 1975, another great call. You guys have such good taste in music. So is it Harry Styles? Of course. What am I thinking? Yes, you guys are the best. Did I learn something from Stephen Amell? I learned a lot of things from Stephen Amell. I think the biggest thing that I learned from / respect in Stephen is how much he takes care of the people he works with and takes care of the show that he works on, and just everything. He's meticulous about making sure that everything's done right. And that's something that, when you get in a hurry and things get under pressure and there's, a lot to do and never enough time or resources to do it, things can fall by the wayside. And Stephen does everything in his power to make sure that doesn't happen. So, that's something that I take with me and try and imply and use in my work. I'm keeping a slow pace up, so I'm slightly out of breath, but that's good. Let's see. Calvin Harris, Summer. Oh, good. Jack Halsey, already there. What's my favorite music? You'll soon see. I have quite an eclectic taste. Everything from Hamilton to country to Eminem to Panic at the Disco to Whitney Houston to 80s rock. It's all going to be on there. You're all going to see. I'm bare my musical soul to you guys. Toxic, Britney Spears. Already there. I got you, boo. It wouldn't be a workout playlist without Britney, honestly. But it's been really fun to kind of catch up with friends and you know, connect with people on levels that you don't get to normally because life is so busy. There's something to this that, you know, society and culture at this point has been pushing us to not take time and to just keep going and going and going and never stop. And the one bright side, the one silver lining, as it were, to all of this, is that we all get to take a moment and just chill out and take a pause and go, what's important in life? And what do I want to catch up on? What's been on my to-do list forever that, oh, if I only had the time to do, I would do? This is the time to do it. It's time to read that book. I may or may not be going back through Alberto's book club list and catching up on those titles. I've found so many books and so many things in my house going through it that I forgot I even had. So my reading list has extended quite a bit, but I think that's a good thing because I miss reading. And it's, you know, as a kid, I always had a book in my hand. And as life got busy and actually as school got busier, I let that go by the wayside. And I regret that. So I'm going to fix that. Just like the fact that my closet's been a mess, and I regret that. And I'm going to fix that too. That's my project for the next couple of days, I think. So, it's, you know, it's a process, but slowly but surely. All about that bass, Meghan Trainor, definitely there. When does the new Arrow show start? We don't know. We don't even know if it's picked up, but we should know something in May. That's what they tell us. My favorite apple. Ooh, Red Delicious. Red Delicious is very good, Dory. I appreciate that. My favorite apple is actually Honeycrisp, personally. I also love jazz apples. I don't know if anybody's ever had a jazz apple, but those are quite lovely. And Envy apples I've come to love recently. When I was in Vancouver, they had really, really good Envy apples. So I tended to buy those more. Also because they were giant. They also tend to have giant blueberries in Canada, which I appreciated. Very good produce. Shout out to Canada for their produce. Kill This Love by Blackpink. That is such a good idea. Clothes have been a mess. Story of my life. Honey, story of my life too. It happens. What am I doing to work out? I have a spinner bike here at my house that I've invested in. So I've been doing that for my cardio. And I have a TRX, which shout out to Nuno, because he hooked me onto TRX, literally and figuratively. So I've been doing a lot of that. And anything that I can do, body weight exercises, anything that I can do without equipment, because obviously all the gyms are now closed. And it's not really safe to go to a gym anyway right now. So, That's what I'm doing. I'll keep you guys posted. Maybe if I can put something together, I'll post a little, this is how I am fitnessing in the social distancing. Let's see. Pancakes or waffles? Ooh, it depends. Depends on the pancakes or the waffles. I will say if they're good pancakes, I generally prefer pancakes. But when I was in Brussels, I found a waffle shop that was within walking distance of the hotel that I now visit every time I go to Brussels because I love a good Belgian waffle. So there you go. And you can't get better than a Belgian waffle in Brussels, in my opinion. Gotta go to the source, you know? Favorite TV show? Succession has been kind of an obsession of mine lately, so I'm in love with that. I also recently watched The Newsroom, which I had never seen before, and the entirety of it was on Amazon Prime, so I watched it actually a little bit for research, because the movie I just did with Matt Daddario, I was playing a journalism student. So I thought, well, I don't know much about journalism, so in my copious spare time and while I'm at the gym, let me absorb some of that atmosphere. So I did that. So many things. Yes, I have read 1984 by George Orwell, thanks to Alberto's Book Club a couple years ago. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's such a great book. Love a good allegory. So I have Taylor Swift on the playlist. Do I have Taylor Swift on the playlist? Of course I have Taylor Swift on the playlist. Resistance bands are the best. Yes, they are. Resistance bands are awesome. I have a few. I may or may not have placed an Amazon order with a couple more that are coming. Lana Del Rey, Queen of Disaster. I haven't heard that song. I'm probably so behind on music, but I will check that one out because that's awesome. You're watching the last episode of Arrow right now. That's amazing. Get a box of tissues, but, use them sparingly because shortages. But you got this. I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. Anyway. Hi, Donya. I miss you, beautiful. Arrow or Shadowhunters? Both. Yes, I enjoyed Newsroom very, very, very much. It was such a fantastic show. I really, really enjoyed it. Oh my goodness, so many of you are tuning in from all over the world. Okay, I should probably get back to my workout now. But I'll do a couple more questions. So send me the last couple of questions. I'll answer what I can, and then I'll get back on a little later today, and we'll chat more, because this is great. I like keeping in touch with you guys. It's such a good opportunity. I've been really remiss in my live chats recently, so I'm making up for lost time. That is the sort of consensus of this whole situation, is making up for lost time and doing all those things you said you would do and never had a chance to. I have not listened to Reuben in the Dark. I will check it out. Where am I from? I am from the Midwest. Proud eater of barbecue and supporter of the Kansas City Chiefs. Yay, Super Bowl. What was it like working with... Oh, happy birthday! What was it like working with all the different actors in Crisis? It was really fun. Everybody was so lovely and welcoming, and being the new kid, it was so nice to just feel that community. But also getting to see the different interplay between the different characters that normally don't get a chance to interact. It was so neat. It's always fun when you can stretch different sets of muscles, and tonally each show has its own personality, as it were. So it's always interesting to see how that affects your character and how that affects the story and all of the above. I'm glad you enjoyed Crisis. Thank you very much. How long does a season take to shoot? Depends. So when we shot the last season of Arrow, we only did 10 episodes, so that took about 6-8 months. But when we did Shadowhunters and we did 20 episodes a season, that took about 10 months to shoot. So it just kind of depends on the show and how much time you take with each thing, etc., etc. What's my favorite game? Ooh, okay. I love a good game night, those of you who know me. I have many games that I thoroughly enjoy. I would have to say Mafia is one of my favorite games. It's also known as Werewolf and many other iterations and names. But it's a really fun game to play with your friends. Also, running charades has become a favorite game of mine. It's charades, but you have teams in different rooms, and it's kind of a relay race with charades. Also, Linky is a fantastic game that, shout out to Will Tudor and Matt Naughton for introducing me to that game. I think we thoroughly exhausted the UK version of Linky and the app, but I have the American version, folks. So, gentlemen, we need another Linky game very soon, because we have a whole box. Cards Against Humanity I also love, because it just leads to hilarity and absurdity. I'm trying to think. Settlers of Catan, which is now, I think, just known as Catan. I feel like every time I go to a game night, I learn a new game, and there's something new and fun and interesting. I also just love a good game of Jeopardy! I'll watch old reruns of Jeopardy because I always learn something. And it's you discover that you know things you didn't even know you knew. Untangle that puzzle, folks. All right, I'm getting back to my workout now. My love to you all. Happy, healthy hand washing and entertaining and creating and all of the wonderful things that you're doing. And thank you for being such a great community and for being there for each other. And I am here for you. So all my love, and I'll talk to you later. And I'll get that playlist up. Bye.